Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. I wasn't able to make a video yesterday. I was really busy with my project that I unfortunately have failed on getting done on time. Happy birthday, Mommy. Sorry your birthday gift is going to be a bit late. I still have 5 full skeins to go out of 10. This is a huge project. I mean, 1,700 meters of yarn to put into this, but it is coming up absolutely gorgeous. We just started putting in some blue. All the purples are done, so the purples were introduced in this skein. But oh my goodness, this is a lot on my hands. So let's hang out, find out what's new. Hey there. So this is a gift for my mom. Oh yes, it goes on and on, my friend. It is one of the biggest ones we've ever had in this household. It is a 30 by 80. We got this off of Temu. As you've probably inferred from this picture, that my mom is quite into raccoons. And I just found out from her, not even 2 days ago, she's having trouble seeing the symbols. So now I'm feeling like, oh great, so we're giving her something. He's giving her something that she's not going to love. But I could be wrong. This one might be fine. I have an idea for a homemade light board, which is a board with lights in it, obviously, and you put your painting on top, and it should make it easier to see. Give me 1 second while I pause here. I wanted to show you something really cool about this set that I was not expecting. 1 sec. Sorry about that. I'm sure you didn't want to hear the crinkling. This set isn't like all the other ones we've gotten. It comes pre-bag. We have never gotten one like that, and this is from Temu. This is one of their big ones, and I was really hoping, my son and I thought it was the cutest one on there. It's nice and large. We thought she'd really get a lot out of it. Now I'm a little nervous about it. She's planning on leaving to go to the next town about 9 in the morning to catch the bus. So I don't know if we should give it to her beforehand or not. We'll see. And I'm going to close this up, so just give me a moment so I can put it away. Alright, got that put away. No crinkle. So, it's a gorgeous picture. I really hope she likes it. I know she'll like it. I just hope she can actually do it, because it's something for her to have a little fun with. Hold on 1 second. I think I might be just picking up on that video. Sorry. I usually have a video playing in the background while I'm working here. So, I've got my project I'm still working on. And everybody was playing with this the last few days. This is a hat that I made for my youngest. Gave her some ear flaps for last Halloween. Unfortunately, she slept through it, and I ended up having to cut my part of the trick-or-treating a little bit short, being that a tire on her stroller popped and we were walking, so I had to get it home before it ruined the tire and I had to replace the whole thing because we got a jogger stroller, which is great when you're walking on trails, but unfortunately that time we hit a rock and popped a tube. We do have an extra tube now, which I take with me, and I have the pump there, so that time I did not, so now we've learned. Anyways, so this is her Hello Kitty hat that I made freehand. The bow was one of my favorite things to try to figure out. The face turned out the way I wanted it to. The nose is a little funny, but not in a bad way. I think she's absolutely adorable. So, yeah. I seem to enjoy making a lot of homemade costumes for Halloween. So, got the blue rainbow, the unused one, and then I've got 2 more colors, 2 of each, so there's 5 unopened ones still left. I'm going to switch over, so we're looking at my hands. I'm feeling a little down today. Last couple days, a lot of absorbing other people's negativity and having just bad vibes pushed onto me that are nothing to do with me, not my fault, but I have to absorb them. So, I'm trying my best and haven't been feeling too great, so it all adds up. So anyways, let's go to the overtop so I don't have to feel so on the spot. Welcome back. This is a little bit better for me. I feel a little more comfortable. Ain't nobody looking at me. I'm hilarious. So happy belated 4th of July to our American viewers, and happy very belated Canada Day to the Canadian viewers. And to everyone else, everywhere else. I hope you had a very nice, pleasant day. I think Australia, if I remember correctly, is in their winter. So hopefully that is pleasant. Not a big fan of winter here. It gets really weird. Up until January, you can get some beautiful snow, which is great. But then after that, it's just muddy. Muddy and cold. Not like freezing cold, just kind of cold. Okay, so this is just a row of double crochet, so I can just fly right through this without even really focusing on it. So I was watching Hobie's shopping this morning on Facebook. We're selling mega balls, so that made my day because I love mega balls. I've got quite a few, 4. I've gotten 4, and I'm really happy with them. They're really go far. They make amazing amigurumis, which are fun. Which I do have a couple things to put together, so I'll probably do that in a video fairly soon. Just finish assembling a couple things I have for upcoming birthdays in September. So I got a couple things to get going on that, and probably Halloween, and I don't know what we're doing for Halloween this year. So that's got to be planned out soon. I only have 2 to do this year. The bigger one, I think he is getting some costume I see sitting there in the cart on Temu. I'm not going to ruin his surprise, but it is going to be hilarious, and I'm absolutely all for it. If he feels that's what he wants to spend his money on, go for it, bud. He has plenty of time to be responsible with his money and stuff, because he's always been the most responsible kid I've ever seen with money. He is a saver. He would get birthday money and have Lego sets he wanted to get, and they were like $60, and he would hold on to his money for months. He'd see things he'd want. He'd look at me and be like, I want that, but I'm going to wait because I want those Legos more. And it was just the craziest thing at like 6, 7 years old. So if he's seeing things and he wants to spritz away some of the money he's making right now at his age, I don't see a problem in it, just because it gives, if he doesn't ever do it, it's going to become a problem later where he cannot stop himself from spending money willy-nilly, and may cause him problems down the road. He is putting a little bit away off of his paychecks each month, and it will increase, but right now he wants to have some fun, so go have some fun, my sir, my young sir. Enjoy your youth, enjoy having some money in your pocket that you made yourself, so no one can tell you where to spend it and how to spend it. Okay, Mom does a little bit. Do you really need that? I don't do that very often. Anyhow, so I was on the live shopping this morning, and Gio, the hostess with the mostest there, working all by herself, doing the job of 2 people. And she did an amazing job. Good job, because I know it's not easy to run the background for throwing up your graphics on time and all sorts of stuff. Like, she did the bingo all on her own this week too, so she's had a rough week. Good job, lady. She was showing some of their new features they have on their website, which I thought was really cool. They're doing competitions now, so they put up 3 competitions. One is granny squares, so you send in pictures of what you've done with granny squares. Unfortunately, well, I may have one that I could stick in for granny squares, but it's not technically mine, but my mom won't mind. It's my sweater she made. Anyway, I don't think they're okay with you using other yarns, because I do have a gorgeous bright colored shrug I made my daughter in a giant granny square, but it was with Red Heart retro stripe. Really cute coloring. Love that one. But my mom did make me a gorgeous shrug for myself, mostly out of Hobie Carnival, so I may throw that up there just to participate, because I'm trying to participate. I'll participate in contests and trying to comment. Even if I don't win, I am trying to force myself a little bit out of my self-imposed box of solitude, as I'm calling it, especially when I'm feeling other people's sorrows or frustrations or anger, which tends to be pushed on me from the people around me, because of course I'm mommy, I'm supposed to absorb it, and then I have nowhere to put it, and then it's, it can get really tiring to be everybody's emotional punching bag, so to speak. But anyways, so Gia, the hostess with the mostest, as I was saying, was showing off some of the works that people have posted on there. Oh, with the new competition, you can win $100 Hobie cards, so that is incentive enough to enter some stuff. My summer shirt has already been entered. Hopefully it does pretty good. I don't know, I'm scared to check. But it's supposed to go all month long, so who knows. Anyways, I got one for the granny square. There's a summer one and an amigurumi one. I don't really want to put Chucky on there, but I might stick my little Ninja Turtles I did for my husband, because those were all mostly with Hobie ones, and the superhero ones I did, those were with Hobie too. My Mega Balls have come in handy for amigurumis, I tell you. That red and that green are the perfect shades for the characters I've needed to do. So I may just put both up. Why not? Anyways, off topic, but again, awesome. So, Gia was going through pictures that people post of stuff they've made with certain yarns to showcase how the yarns work up. which is a fantastic idea if you ask me, because it's helped me pick a few things where I wasn't sure, just looking at the picture of the yarn. How would that work up in a project? And of course, you want to know this, especially if you're buying it overseas kind of thing. A little nervous about online shopping, new to it, you know. I've seen some spectacular stuff in there, but this one was a granny square duster, and it was just beautiful. Whoever made it did a fantastic job. People on Facebook are still talking about it. I had to go back and check to be sure that it wasn't a paid pattern or something, but no, it was just something somebody, an average maker, made. And I have to say, good job. Like, just wow. So I keep thinking about dusters, so now I'm thinking about granny square one. I have two mandala ombres that I'm leaning towards, because the one I saw today was black and white. So I have these. Excuse the crinkle. Last thing I brought down, I ended up bringing down extra stuff and ended up hurting my nose and made it bleed, so I had to restart this. So this one's not going to do that, is it? I just want to see what we have here. So this is mandala. This is cool. Mandala ombre. I'd love to get another one, maybe two. But it's 344 yards, so two of those would be 4 and 4. Be 680. I don't think that's going to be enough to do a full-size duster for me. Huh. And what are you? Because you are a 4-weight, 100% acrylic. And that is your, like, I could probably get away with maybe my gray to balance it out. I'd have to really take a good look, but I'm really leaning towards that because I really like the look of that one. Now my other project that I'm thinking about while I'm working on this giant one here, yeah, I know, you can tell a true crafter when you're working on a giant project that you are not going to finish on time and you're already thinking about the next like 4 things you want to make. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I want to take this. This is a Sheeple's Whirl, and it's raspberry, and it is just, this is a 1 3/4, so this is way bigger. I wound this by hand, and I put them both together, and now I'm kind of thinking maybe separating them into half, and using each half to make a dress, a 2-panel bandana style dress. I seem to be into dresses this season. Yeah, I went to take this down and ended up bringing down my bag of granny squares. And this is made with red heart neon stripes, which turned out really fun. And I think they're going to be the sleeves of a sweatshirt. Replace the sleeves on a thrift store sweater. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of that for winter time, so I'm not in a big hurry to use them. They were I could not figure out what I wanted to do with it, and I really went with the granny squares with two balls of it. And I love the way the colors are in it, and I like the mismatch. I like how nothing on there seems to be uniform. So I am considering for a sweatshirt, just to take the arms off a sweatshirt that's a little tight and making those into sleeves, because there is enough to do 2 sleeves. I may have to add some ribbing on the bottom. I also have weird loose sleeves that I don't really like, so I'm still in the planning stages of that one. I know I've gotten that far, and then I get to the point where I start putting them together, and I'm not sure what shirt I want to put them with, because the one I originally wanted, the black and the yarn and the black of the shirt are quite a bit off. The shirt's a little older, so it's got this reddish, almost washed out hue going for it, because it's kind of was meant to look like that. So that's not going to work for me after all. I do have a gray one I'm looking at that it may go with, but the arms are in great shape. So I kind of feel a little apprehensive about cutting it up, but I never wear it, so I'm 3/4 of the way convincing myself that it's going to be just fine to do that. I know I'll love it once I do it, because I've seen a few similar photos of some where people did stripes, but I thought granny squares. Yeah, I want granny squares. I'm going to try it, granny squares. I think that'll be fun, because it'll be a little bit of, I don't want to line them, so they're going to have a little bit of an airy feel to them, which won't be a problem. It's just to give me some fun arms. It's full out mosquito season out here. My son went for a walk the other night in our local bird park, which is right by our house, and came back with about 4 or 5 giant bites, one on his face, a couple on his shoulder, and he, like me, puffs right up as soon as he gets bit by them. So I'm not excited about that. I love night walking, and evening walks are lovely, even with the coyotes around here. The coyotes around here are quite aggressive. I used to be a night manager at McDonald's and had to walk home in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'd be having burgers in my bag, because, you know, they're burgers. I bring home a burger, but I don't want to eat it here. I'm just going to go all the way home because I'm tired. And it was only about a 10-15 minute walk, but quite often I'd run into coyotes on the road. And this darn peacock, there's a petting zoo right beside my location, and this peacock loves to scream in the middle of the night, and it took me forever to find out what that was, because it's not a local animal, so I was not used to the sound of that. It wasn't an owl or anything, it was a peacock just screeching its head off in the middle of the night. Not scary at all. But yeah, the coyotes would stop and consider approaching me, so I'd have to stomp my feet, because I'm all of 5'2", and they're trying to size me up because they could smell my food through my backpack, and it's just like, oh man. So that was always a fun walk home, because like I said before, I live in a semi-rural area where we have farm, and then we have modern amenities. It's just really a unique community. This is going to be a lovely piece when it's done. I am very proud of the work I have done. I've been very careful with my stitches. I've been very careful with my counts. I'm not just willy-nillying it, which is the easy way to do it, I guess. I have a couple of grocery bags, reusable grocery bags behind me, and I was picking stuff up today, and I was moving a couple things around, and just random balls of yarn fall out all over the place. So I gotta put some stuff away, I guess, back into the storage bins. I was using them for the Chucky amigurumi I made for Father's Day. I still have to put those away. Apparently, I thought I had, but I guess I haven't. I'm so busy thinking about what's next on my hook and all the different things I want to make. I'm slowly collecting a whole bunch of Ooh, bloop. Yeah. Oh, I can't even say the word. Bouquet. That sort of wavy stuff. Boucle? Yeah, I think that's it. Boucle. Bouquet yarns, and I'm deciding what I want to make with it. Maybe I'll do the duster and that. That would be super soft. And I do have some really fun colors. However, it would just mean I cannot wash it, and that's kind of an issue with such a big garment. But I do have a lot of it now that I could probably do it. I'm not sure what I've got because a lot of it's unmarked. Just random here and there. Grab this, grab that kind of thing. And all the colors really mix well together because I've held them all together on a few occasions, trying to figure out what I'd like to do with them, because I do want to do something with them. It's going to be fun to work with that. I've never worked with it before, and I am looking forward to it. And I also want to do some diamond art soon. My hand's going to need a break soon. I'm going crazy hard with this. My poor little hand was hurting when I fell asleep for my evening nap and woke up and it's feeling fine. So this ring is really helping out with that, because this is the hand I'm not quite sure why. Like right here, sometimes I get twinges when I go to pick up my daughter and stuff like that. Just this, I did something to this wrist, and it isn't crochet. It was something else. Crochet doesn't help. Strained it a bit more, but I'm finding I don't want to crochet without my ring, and it works really nicely. This 2-pack one really worked well. The kitty one I got was cute, but I got to use it one time before it cracked, and it's cracked really good. I've tried gluing it with proper glue and it's just not holding. Which is whatever. It was something to try. I know now to get something a lot thicker. I do like the shape, so maybe I'll see if I can find somebody to make that for me. I don't want any gems or anything in it, just something in that shape, because I do like the kitty shape. It was cute. But if not, that's fine too. Hopefully I'm keeping on camera. I'm so busy looking at my actual crochet that I'm not watching the viewfinder. So there are a few of these that I'm going to have to cut out. Oops, sorry, that was me hitting the tripod. Please excuse that. I'm getting used to using my tripod, and it is definitely different. Like, it takes me a bit to line up the shots. I'm not liking my lighting now because it's in a bit of a different positioning. So I gotta figure that out too. It's a real pain in the tush, but you know, it will make a difference. I know that. And I just also have to keep the glare off my glasses because I wear them so often to see what I need to see. But I feel like I've rambled on long enough. I don't think this is a very exciting video. If anyone watches it, thanks. Thanks for watching me and my sort of not so with itself, leading the conversation here by myself. You know, a little second guessing on myself, but that's fine. I'm gonna post it anyways, because you know, everybody has bad days and everybody has great days, and most of the time I have really not bad days, so I very rarely have days like this, and it's just been a couple. I mean, stuff like I go to pull down some yarn above my head and end up pulling down too much and give myself a bleeding nose. That's always nice. That is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Great pull to it. Yeah, I'm happy with this one. Anyways, thanks for hanging out while I finished up that row. See how much of this giantness I can get in here. Beautiful, just beautiful. It's exactly how she was hoping it would work up. I love how I don't have to color code anything. Color control. So thanks for joining me again today, keeping me company on this journey of crafting, crochet, keeping your sanity. Have a great day. Good night.